Hi, my name's Spencer, and I'm going to talk about PST files today. I'm going to talk about what they are, why you would need one, how to export, and also how to import them utilizing Outlook. Alright, so let's start off with what is a PST file. Well, it stands for Personal Storage Table. It's your local backup of everything that has to do with your mailbox there on your computer. So why would you need one? Well, let's say you accidentally delete something. You need a place to restore that from. That would be your PST file. Or let's say you're migrating data from one email account to another. You would also utilize a PST file for that. So let's take a look at how to export that data and actually create the PST file. So I'm here in Outlook 2016, and you can see I've got a dummy account set up here. I've got my mail folders here. I can come down here. I shouldn't have anything on my calendar, no contacts, so this is going to go really fast for me. But if you've got a lot of data, plan on it taking a little bit. So if I want to go through and do an actual export, I'm going to come up here to File. I have an option here for Open and Export, and then you'll see Import/Export. I'm going to click on that, and a little wizard is going to come up. Alright, so I'm going to come on this list. I'm going to find Export to a File and click Next. Okay, and I'm going to export into a PST file. If you're just doing contacts or maybe your calendar events, you might want to do the comma-separated values, but most people just go ahead and do the .pst file. Something to also note, if you do this on a Mac, it's going to actually export as a OLM file, but they're essentially the same thing, just different operating system. So I'm going to hit Next. Alright, and it's going to ask me what I want to export. I'm actually going to choose the email address up here at the top because I want to export everything associated with this email account. If you just choose Inbox, only the inbox is going to export, and the same with all of these. But I'm going to choose the email account. I'm going to say include all these subfolders, and I'm going to click Next. It's then going to ask me where I want to save this file to. By default, it's going to go into your documents and Outlook files, but if you want to throw it on your desktop so you can easily find it, just as long as you know where to find it. I'm going to leave it as the default, as the backup.pst, and then it's going to ask me what I want, if I want to export duplicates. There's nothing in this PST file at this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at the default of replace duplicates. Alright, it's going to ask you for a password. This is optional. If you want to password protect that file, you can definitely put in a password here. I'm not going to password protect it, so I'm just going to hit OK. It's then going to go through the process of doing the export. And if you have a large mailbox, it's going to pop up a window and let you know how long it's going to take roughly. There was really nothing in this mailbox, so it's already actually done. Now, if I want to go ahead and move over to another profile, if you're going to a different email account, you can do that at this point to go ahead and do the import. I'm just going to use this same one, so I'm going to show you how to import the file now. So I'm going to go back up here to File, same process, Open and Export, go to Import/Export, but this time I'm going to import from another program or file, and click Next. And we exported to a PST file, so I'm going to choose that the file I'm importing is also a PST file. Click Next. And then I would hit Browse and go find that file. I left it as the default, so it's just going to automatically have that here, but I'll click here for Browse so you can see. Here's my backup file. I'm going to click Open. And I'm going to allow duplicates to be created just so that you can see that it actually imported the data. But if I told it to either replace duplicates or not import duplicates, you won't see anything happen because I'm importing it to the same account. But I'm going to allow duplicates and hit Next. It's then going to ask me what I want to import. So you can pick and choose what you want to import. I'm going to import everything that was associated with that PST file, so I'm just going to leave it at the Outlook data file line up here at the top and include all subfolders. And if I were to click this import to the current folder, everything would just go into my inbox. I want it to import to the same set of folders, so inbox to inbox, sent to sent, deleted to deleted. So I'm going to make sure I choose the email account that I want it to go to here and click Finish. Okay. It's then going to do the import. Again, if you have a large PST file, you're going to get a status line here telling you how long it's going to take. But you'll see that I now have a second copy of this message because the import completed. And you'll see these numbers here doubled up as well. So I have now completed that import, and it's really that simple. There's also documentation online if you are going to import through a Mac. You can import a PST file on Outlook for a Mac, same as doing those OLM files. You just can't import an OLM file into a Windows Outlook. So it only works one way there. All right, so that's how you do an import in Outlook. Now, there are some situations where you would want to do an export, but you don't necessarily want to import it into your email account that you currently have set up in Outlook. So I'm going to show you real quick how do you open that file so that you can see what's in that local archive that you just made, and also you may do that to verify that data's in there. So inside of Outlook, what you're going to do is you're going to come back up here to File. You're going to go to Open and Export. You'll see the option right above that Import Export. It says Open Outlook Data File, so you're going to click on that. It's going to bring up the default Outlook files folder here. This is where I saved mine, but if you saved yours somewhere else on the computer, you're going to have to go find that file. I'm going to click my backup file. I'm going to hit OK. And you'll see it's going to populate over here on the left-hand side, just like you have another account in Outlook. You can expand it, see all the folders that you exported, and all your data is going to be there. Let's say you don't want to see that anymore. You can right-click it, and you can close the Outlook data file, and it will disappear and just be there on your computer. You can open it at any time. So it's as easy as that. Now, if you have any questions or you're running into any issues and you're also a customer of ours here at Cloud Office at Rackspace, you can log into your control panel. There's a phone number there at the top as well as a chat feature. You also have access to our email help tool at emailhelp.rackspace.com. There are also the other walkthroughs that are here on our YouTube channel. So until next time, have a great rest of your day.